How you guys doing? This is Isaac Eubank, and this is me and my favorite African. I'm here by myself right now. Kua Jenny is on the road doing comedy, you guys. I put a call into him. Hopefully he picks up, man, and we can talk. Otherwise, you guys are just stuck with my ass. So let's talk about what's been going on, man. A lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff's going on. More the closer we get to these elections, the more dirt has been put out on the people that are actually in the elections, like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and it just scares the living daylights out of me, you guys. I don't know about any of you, but I really personally, I mean, I joke about it a lot, but I'm being serious. There's a hint of truth behind my jokes, man. That like I don't want to be here, if they're in charge. Shit's not gonna get any better, man. It's kind of scary. But what do you do? Where do you go? Do you run off to Canada and try to live life up there or in the cold? You go south and um, live in Mexico or Brazil or some shit like that. Who knows, man? There's a lot of different options. It's just it's a really life-changing experience. I mean, I love comedy. I love doing comedy. But if we start having to do comedy in Chinese, you guys, or Russian, I'm not down for that shit. I'm not down for that shit at all. A lot of people like to sit around and think that it's not going to happen to me. This is not going to happen to me. You guys are conspiracy theorists. Nothing crazy is going to happen. We're fine. I mean, uh, they're happy because they can still go out and get their cheeseburgers. They can still drive their SUVs. The gas prices are fairly low. So, right now people are happy. They think that they're invincible. Nothing can happen. Um, and not too long ago, 9/11 happened, and it's crazy how easily people forget. You see, the difference between United States and these other foreign countries is these other foreign countries, it's just a regular day for them. That happens all the time. Syria, Israel, all these countries, man, Iraq, wherever you name it, it's happening, and so it's nothing's new to them. If you were to ask them, is this the end times? Are we in the apocalypse? And the answer would be 100% yes. We don't say that because we don't experience that. We're too busy eating our cheeseburgers, driving our SUVs. 9/11 happened. We acted all shocked, and it was the end of the world. And now we just forgot and we just moved on. And when people are dying and losing their homes and losing their families, like in Syria, and becoming refugees because their country is just war torn and just basically rubble, we scoff at them, and we call them terrorists and all this stuff, and we don't realize how close we are to being them. It's just a crazy, sad thing. Um, I didn't mean to make this, I didn't mean to go off on a down note, you guys, and go all negative on you guys. I don't have Koo to balance me out, man. He usually brings the silly, um, and I'm all up on coffee right now, so I'm just gonna keep going. Um, I think that we need to open our eyes. I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen, man. A lot more selflessness, a lot more focus on help. Who can we help? What can we do to make the change rather than what am I owed, or what do I need, or how come I can't make that, or you know one day I want to be rich, so I'm gonna vote for the rich. That's the stupidest fucking mentality I've ever run across, but yet that's the fucking norm. There's a lot of people doing the right things, a lot of good examples out there. Tim Kennedy, uh, he's helping people become not become victims. He realized, and it's a fact that cowards, crooks, villains, they try to attack victims, weak people, and if you are empowered and given the knowledge to protect yourself and you carry yourself in that manner, it goes a long way. It's very powerful, and I commend Tim Kennedy for doing that. If you guys are ever in Austin and you can catch one of his seminars, jump on it. Also, Justin Wren, man, this guy fucking flies over to Africa. He doesn't give up his MMA career, but he definitely stifles his MMA career to a point where, when he fights now, it's it's more novelty than on the way towards a belt or anything. He fights in Bellator, but what he's doing is a great thing, man. He's dedicated himself to helping the pygmies and building wells and bringing water to people that just don't have it and trying to make life just a little bit better, man. There's so much untouched potential out there, untapped, uh, you know, brains that, the next person, like the cure for cancer could be out there. Could be one of those little children out there with the distended bellies, full of worms and shit that are out there starving of malnutrition and lack of water. That could be the next Einstein, and we're sitting here eating our cheeseburgers and driving our SUVs, you guys. I know I keep saying that same thing, but that shit really bothers me. It's so easy. It's so convenient now. Everything is so convenient. You've got fucking fast food. You have fucking Tinder even. I mean, you can hook up off of your phone. Like, just swipe, text, DTF. They send back a yes, and you're in. I mean, it's insane. What Amazon, you guys, Amazon. People are ordering, everything. You don't even have to get your weekly things. Amazon knows what you want. It pre-orders it and sends it to you. It's insane, you guys. So we're at this point now to where everything is so easy. It comes so easy to us. We're so comfortable that we never, ever, ever look past our little freaking bubble because we're comfortable in our shell, in our bubble, in our box. This is comfortable for us. If we don't have to come out of our shell, out of our bubble, out of our box, there's no conflict, and it's great. And people are loving it. And if you're politically correct while doing it, you don't accidentally say something that's going to offend somebody, more power to you. It's crazy. We're turning into these big, soft, fucking pink pussies, you guys. Huge, just fucking glistening, pulsating vaginas, and we're about to get fucked because the world is hard. The world is harsh. They're getting fucked every day, all day, and they're fucking waiting for their turn, and they're about to get it. So, rant over, you guys. Thank you for letting me fucking vent. Let's talk about good shit real quick. I want to thank Happy Thrift on Facebook and eBay. That's your home for vintage everything. If you guys want to get gifts, knickknacks, clothes, whatever, hit up Happy Thrift. Also, Flirty 30s, FLIRTYTHIRTYS.com. I think that's how you spell it. Anyways, flirty30s.com. Check it out. The girls are live. They're waiting to talk to your ass as we speak. I love it. Comedy Scene in Texas, man. I post a lot of different shows on Comedy Scene in Texas. If you guys want to follow us, see where we're going to be, what we're going to do, check it out, like it. I also post a link to this podcast on there so you can watch us through there. I'm going to be starting up a new podcast here pretty soon, so keep an eye out. It's just going to be me, and I'm going to be talking to just a bunch of different people, looking for friends, basically, man, because, like, this is the deal, all right? I guess I'm an asshole. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I can't, classify myself. If I were to classify myself, I would say that I'm a nice fucking guy. But apparently, I'm just kind of tough to get to know or just whatever because I don't got that many friends, guys. Not a lot of people like to talk with me. Granted, I do go off on a lot of things like fucking what I just did, the end of the world and Hillary Clinton and blah, 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 whatever. But that doesn't make me a bad guy. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go around, interview different people, and try to make friends, man. Get out there because, I'm 38 years old, and I hang out with my kids and my girlfriend. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing for some. I'm not claiming either or. I'm just saying I want to mix it up a little bit. It's nice to be able to talk to adults every once in a while. At different adults, not the same one day in and day out. Even though I love talking, whether Sophie or the bomb, no one's better. Uh, man, I have a lot of stuff, man, coming up. Um, I thought I was going up this week at the Improv. It didn't happen. It will be next week. I'll be hosting the 3 minute open mic, so come check that out. Um, and August 21st, I'll be at the Joke Joint Comedy Showcase. So doing Coup and Friends show. That should be really good. You guys, it's a Sunday. Come check it out. Lots of fun. So Improv next Tuesday, 11 o'clock, and then Joke Joint August 21st. Um, Kids, you guys have kids? Am I the only one that has kids? It seems like whenever I go out and I go on stage and I start talking about my kids, people start looking at me like I'm speaking Chinese. Um, Before I started doing comedy, it seemed like everybody I ran into had kids. And now that I'm doing comedy, I'm going out. It seems like nobody has kids, and I figured out what it was. It takes me a little while because I'm kind of slow, but I'm in bars. I'm talking to the bar crowds. I'm talking to the people that are out trying to meet other people, and get laid and shit. And the people that have kids are actually at home, taking care of their kids. So yeah, man, I'm having to get used to that. Kids are a trip though because it, they get to this point where like they think that you're invincible, you're Superman, coming up, and then they get to this point where they they start to question that. They start to see you more and more human, like human, a regular person. And um, I'll tell you what, man, my oldest, my 12-year-old is at this point where he just wants to he's just a dick, man. He just wants to push me. I'm trying to hang out with him, and I'm not funny to him anymore. I'm annoying, and um, I try to play Xbox with him, and I suck, and just give him the controller and all this kind of stuff, man. So it's a trip, you guys. I'm trying to navigate this thing as a single dad, and figure out what I need to do to keep a close relationship. But once they start to get into those teenage years, man, I guess it gets harder. I don't fucking know. I'll just be happy when he finally turns 18 and I can smoke him out because I think that's pretty much what he needs, man. He's kind of like just like me, where if I don't smoke, I get pretty aggro. I have a pretty abrasive um, personality, and I really hope that he kind of grows out of it. I want him to be a little bit more approachable than me, just for his sake. My youngest, man, he's still in the cuddle bug stage, man. That kid is just on me all the time. He wants to hang out and talk, which is awesome, man. I love it. It's weird though because he looks just like his mom, so I'll freaking look over at him and he'll make a face and I'll be like, oh, it'll just hit me. But I still love the hell out of him, man. He's awesome. Got some new dogs. uh, or got a new dog. My kid found him on his way home from school. He was a little freaking puppy, fit in the palm of my hand, and now he's like so huge. He's um, insane. This Rottweiler, man. He just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. He eat more and more food. It's crazy. It's funny how broke ass people accumulate animals and kids. You know what I mean? Because you can't afford them, but yet you still can't say no. It's weird. I mean, it's insane, but we still do it. Man, where you at, Koo? I really wanted to do this with somebody, talk to somebody, man. What's going on? Leaving me hanging and shit. He asked me too. He's like, "Hey, man, are we gonna do the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, we do the podcast." Okay, cool. I'm out. I'm gonna be out doing my thing. I'll just do it on the road. Okay. Send him a call. Nothing. Fucking crickets, man. So I've been sitting here talking for 14 minutes, just basically saying nothing. Anyways, man, I've been watching a lot of different stand-up. A lot of different stand-up. You got to do your homework when you're in this game. You can't just fucking, you know, pull shit out of your ass and think you're fucking Eddie Murphy or whatever, man. So I've been watching a lot, doing my homework, and it's fun. It's so crazy how the brain works. I have one of these simple brains where it can only do one thing at a time. So like if I'm doing comedy, that's what I'm doing. Or if I'm doing jujitsu, that's what I'm doing. I can't do both. Uh I can't balance the two, not mentally. Maybe I can do it, physically I can take it. That's not a problem, but mentally it's hard because I'm just slow. And so lately I've been really, really focusing on comedy, and my brain's in this comedy mode, and I'm loving it because I'm seeing the formulas almost when these guys they go up on stage that have been doing it that are super pros like Patton Oswalt and stuff like that. They go up on stage and you can see these formulas, you can see how they're working the crowd and stuff like that. It's really, really interesting, man. I was such an idiot before when I very first started watching comedy. I just would laugh at the obvious, and it was mostly like dick jokes and stuff. I'm big like Jerky Boys fan and stuff like that. And that's not even really stand-up comedy at all, but that was my version of comedy and things that I liked when I very first started paying attention to comedy. Because before that, it was action, action, action. I wouldn't watch anything comical at all. It was all Van Damme and fucking Steven Seagal and shit like that. But now that I've been doing it and I'm actually getting up on stage and figuring things out, it's crazy. It is insane how it just envelops you and it takes your mind into this place where it's almost like you're doing a sport like jujitsu, you know, because there's certain techniques, there's certain ways to build things up to set up other things. It's awesome. It is awesome. I wish, I kind of do wish it was easy, like you could just go up there and be like, hey, bump bump bump. But that would be, I guess that would be cool because I don't know, but uh, I think that I do have a lot of fun going up there and bombing and learning. A lot of people they get shook when they bomb, and I'm not gonna lie, it shakes me too. But I sit there and I stew in my own shit, my own thoughts, my drive home, and I just think and I come up with so much stuff on why it went wrong, and I could never come up with that stuff if I just always did great. If I went up there and do great, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like, oh man, they love me, and like the thought process stops there. I'm not thinking about uh, did I go too fast? Am I taking long enough pauses in between and stuff like that? And uh, did I set that up right, or was it too flat on this setup? All kinds of stuff. I know I'm talking Chinese to you guys and stuff like that, but man, it's been really fascinating to me lately. All right, so let's see what else. What else we got going on? Man, I was talking apocalypse. All right, I wanted to talk with this Koo, but see, Koo, he kind of doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't believe in it or he just is like, whatever. He doesn't care. But I mean, what do you think would be the best type of apocalypse? Or the most like you watch that movie The Road where the volcano goes off and it just pretty much envelops the planet in a fucking you know in darkness. That is a depressing apocalypse. That apocalypse is sad as fuck. There's no fun to be had there. You're just dying and just got to keep moving uh, and surviving. That's craziness. Not fun. Let's see, another apocalypse was like what's happening in Syria. Fucking just your buildings getting torn down by bombs, and you got ruthless assholes coming in here and shooting you for whatever reasons. You got that. That would kind of be shitty, man, because I'm an ex-soldier, but my kids aren't soldiers. My girlfriend's not a soldier. They all know how to shoot, but to put them in a predicament like that wouldn't be good. So yeah, that would be kind of scary. I think the most fun apocalypse, if you're going to be honest with yourself, is the zombies, man. I mean, uh, the zombie apocalypse, you can actually shoot people in the face. I mean, who doesn't want to really shoot people in the face? At least stupid people, right? I know I joke about it, like, oh my God, you want to shoot people? You're a sick person. Yeah, don't lie to yourself, motherfucker. If you fucking had an opportunity to shoot somebody in the face and nobody fucking was, gonna know and you were gonna get away with it, your punk ass would fucking do it. That's why I like the zombie apocalypse, because I got a long list of assholes I'd love to shoot in the face, and I would, go on a hunting spree. Um, it would be kind of crazy though, because the most dangerous thing would be the people. You're seeing that in the Walking Dead. The people what you got to watch out for. But I'm a big fan of islands. Get on a boat, get out to fucking some island. There's like over 2,000 islands in the Pacific Ocean, and they're not nowhere near all inhabited. So that'd probably be what I would do, man, uh, and figure it out from there. I'm not no fucking MacGyver or any kind of genius or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure I could do all right. Um, but yeah, anything else, man, would just be too goddamn scary, man. Like the Chinese and the Russians jumping in or something, some fucking Red Dawn shit. That would be fucking crazy. I don't know if you guys ever played um, any video games like I can't think of the name. I'm brain farting it right now. They got this fucking video game on Xbox where the Koreans, I think, and the Chinese or something, they get together and they take over. And oh my god, dude, it's just scary. It's sad. You start off, they come and they get you out of your apartment and they stick you on a bus and they're taking you somewhere and you're just looking at what's going on the streets, and they're pulling kids away from their parents and then shooting the parents, and the kids just standing there crying over their dead bodies and stuff. That is some fucking shit. Uh, some scary shit, man. That's why I say, man, I don't want to be here when that happens. Anyways, you guys, look, I'm gonna make this a quick fucking podcast. I just keep rambling on. I got some weed to smoke. I got some jokes to go tell. Got some food to eat. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully next time, man, Koo's ass is with me. If not, you guys keep an eye out for my new podcast. I don't know what I'm gonna be calling it yet. I will set up a page, and on Facebook, and get you guys info. Get you guys info. Get you guys let you guys know what's going to happen, when it's going to come out, and all that kind of good shit. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love every each one of you. Peace.